Is the electric dream hitting the brakes? Everywhere you look, headlines scream EV slowdown. After years of promises about an unstoppable electric revolution, the narrative has suddenly shifted. We were told EVs would take over our roads at lightning speed, but mainstream media suggests that momentum is stalling. Is the EV revolution running out of charge before it truly begins? Forget the noise. Today, we're digging into the data, separating hype from the complex reality of what's actually happening in the global electric vehicle market in 2025. For years, the story seemed simple. Electric vehicles on an unstoppable upward curve. Sales soaring, technology advancing, governments pushing hard for an electric future. But lately, particularly looking at recent data from 2024 and forecasts for 2025, the conversation has shifted dramatically. Reports indicate a cooling market, especially in Europe and North America. So, what's really going on? Is this a temporary blip, a market correction, or a sign of deeper problems? Let's unpack the numbers and draw insights from recent global trend reports to understand the truth behind the headlines. The slowdown narrative. Let's address the slowdown claims head-on. Where is this narrative coming from? The data does show some significant shifts. Take Europe. After years of strong double-digit growth, 2024 saw a noticeable plateau, with a slight dip in overall EV sales, down by around 1 to 3%. That's a stark contrast to the nearly 30% growth seen just the year before. A key factor was the removal of government subsidies in major markets like Germany, which saw BEV sales drop significantly after incentives were cut. When financial perks disappear, buyer enthusiasm cools quickly. Across the Atlantic, the US and Canada grew by around 9% in 2024. Positive, right? Yes, but considerably slower than previous years and lagging behind the global average. The battery electric vehicle market share in the US climbed to just over 8%, far behind China and European leaders like Norway. The momentum simply wasn't as strong as projected. Beneath these regional numbers lie persistent consumer hurdles as the industry tries to move beyond early adopters to mainstream buyers. Affordability remains the primary barrier. Despite price cuts from manufacturers, EVs often carry a higher sticker price than comparable gasoline cars. Nearly half of global consumers find them too expensive, and the recent decline in EV residual values isn't helping buyer confidence or total cost of ownership calculations. Then there's charging. While range anxiety decreases with ownership, concerns about public charging infrastructure are very real. Finding a charger that works and charges quickly enough remains a major pain point. Gaps in rural infrastructure persist. Slow or broken chargers cause immense frustration. We're also seeing growing interest in hybrid vehicles in Western markets. Consumers see them as a compromise, better fuel economy than pure gasoline, without the charging dependency of fully electric vehicles. This suggests that for many mainstream buyers, the leap to all-electric still feels too big. The global reality. But hold on, that's only part of the story. Zoom out from just Europe and the US, and the picture changes dramatically. First, global numbers. Despite cooling in some regions, the overall global EV market didn't slow down in 2024. It grew by a massive 25%, reaching over 17 million vehicles sold worldwide. That's hardly a market collapse. And projections for 2025? Still forecasting robust growth, potentially around 18%, pushing sales over the 20 million mark globally. So, where is this growth coming from? Two letters: CN. China. The Chinese NEV market operates on a completely different level. In 2024, sales there exploded by 40%, reaching 11 million units. China now accounts for nearly 60% of the global EV market. NEVs made up over 40% of all car sales in China last year, a target they weren't expected to hit for years. Interestingly, much of this recent surge was fueled by plug-in hybrids, PHEVs, which saw 81% growth there. And it's not just China. Emerging markets are rapidly becoming EV hotspots. Southeast Asia is seeing massive growth, with sales in Thailand quadrupling in 2023. India's EV market, while smaller, grew 70% in 2023 and has enormous potential. Sales in the Rest of World category grew by 27% in 2024. So while established markets recalibrate, new growth frontiers are opening up fast. Technology evolution. We also can't ignore the technological advancements driving the industry forward. Batteries are getting better, cheaper, and safer. Lithium iron phosphate, LFP batteries, are capturing a significant market share and lowering costs, now commanding 40% of the global EV battery market. BYD's strategy hinges on vertical integration, a diverse portfolio from budget to premium models, aggressive pricing, and rapid global expansion. Tesla, while facing increasing competition and sliding from approximately 22% to 14% global BEV market share, still focuses on technology leadership, new affordable models, its extensive charging network, and direct sales approach. Legacy automakers like VW Group, Hyundai Motor Group, and Stellantis face significant challenges. Chinese manufacturers, leveraging domestic scale and cost advantages, pose a significant challenge to established Western and Asian automakers globally. Geely Group is rapidly rising to become the clear number 3 player worldwide. The slowdown narrative focuses heavily on Western markets and ignores the bigger global picture. The transition is uneven, complex, and faces real hurdles. But the underlying momentum, driven by technology, policy, and massive markets like China, is still undeniably pushing forward. The EV future isn't cancelled. It's just proving more complex and less linear than the initial hype predicted. What do you think? Are you seeing this shift in your region? Are you considering an electric vehicle, a hybrid, or sticking with gasoline for now? What factors matter most in your decision? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this analysis helpful, give this video a thumbs up. It helps the channel grow. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more insights into the future of transportation and technology. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.